We are in Las Vegas
I
at
know,
the
Vegas,
American
baby.
Academy of Anti-Aging
A4M.
Medicine. A4M. And this is Catharine Arnston,
Yes.
who has been on this
Another
podcast
A.
several times. Another A,
Another A.
the founder of ENERGYBits.
Yes.
How's
yes.
it going for you?
Oh my God, it's so much fun. We waited so long to do this show. This is the first time we've done A4M. I wanted to be ready because there's 5,000 functional medicine practitioners here, which is our best community, longevity, functional medicine, biohacking. And even though it's our first year here, people know us from all the other shows. So it's like being at camp. All of our best friends are coming up and we stepped it up. We designed a brand new booth because we're trying to make Algae the superstar that it is. It's a nutritional rock star, but no one's really given it an opportunity to shine or the science to explain it. So yeah, we're mobbed. We're having a blast.
And since we last spoke, you have attained your PhD.
My PhD in natural health. I'm very proud of that because my background was more business, and then I taught myself all the science. And oh my God, this is crazy that I know all this stuff. Do I really know my stuff? And then some people weren't sure, so I thought, okay, I'll assure them. I'll start researching the PhD, and I found a school, and I wrote my exams in summer, and yeah, this September I got the PhD, so I'm in natural health. So it's really to help with my research and credibility and to prove to myself that I do know my stuff.
So in this very short conversation we're going to have, just give me the potted version of the story of why algae you believe is good for us.
Yes, well, two things. First of all, we're being poisoned by the food industry, we all know that. And sadly our soils, even if you are eating healthy, are overcropped. There's no nutrition. We're getting sick because there's no nutrition in our food, period. And so just like your phone won't work if you don't charge it, your body's not working either. So that's number one. We're nutritionally deprived, which is leading to cellular metabolistic mitochondria health issues. Second, we are being poisoned to death from toxins. The average adult has 700 toxins, and our bodies and our immune system weren't built to sustain that. Spirulina algae is the most nutritionally dense food in the universe. NASA says it has 1,000 times more nutrition than anything else. So it will fill all your nutritional gaps effortlessly, because remember, the tablets that we make, you can just swallow in seconds. So it's effortless, nutritionally dense, and ours is safe, and we grow it so carefully to preserve all the nutrition. So you're getting all the nutrients from spirulina. Chlorella, which we call ENERGYBits, by the way, spirulina is our ENERGYBits product, pulls out toxins, heavy metals, lead, mercury, radiation, glyphosate, pesticides, alcohol, lactic acid. So it will chelate these things that are causing havoc at the cellular level so that your body can now absorb the nutrition and function properly. So one is nutritionally dense, and builds your nutritional powerhouse, and the other one is I call one your nutritional insurance. Chlorella is your health insurance.
And what is the connection to longevity?
Well, as we age, we have fewer mitochondria, and the ones we have get damaged. And what's causing the damage? Free radicals. Now we know a free radical has an unpaired electron, and normally antioxidants would neutralize those free radicals. The problem is, in the mitochondria, it has an inner membrane, and most antioxidants cannot get in there. So there is one, however, particularly it's called superoxide dismutase, that can get into that inner membrane. And the reason why it's so important is because the most damaging free radical is called superoxide, and it's in the mitochondria. So this stuff called superoxide dismutase neutralizes it. The good news is your body makes this superoxide dismutase from the moment you're born. It slows down when you hit 30. By the time you're 40, you have none. Now, what you had previously for protection from the free radicals is gone. Your mitochondria are now exposed to the free radicals as they always were, but the free radicals are no longer being deactivated. Spirulina algae has the highest superoxide dismutase in the world. There are 25,000 studies documenting the efficacy of superoxide dismutase to prevent heart disease, inflammation, Alzheimer's. The science is there. Nobody knows it's in spirulina, but here's the catch. It's also, superoxide dismutase is also an enzyme. And if you expose enzymes to high heat, they are deactivated. And most of the other algae companies that if they're lower priced, they use high heat to dry their algae, which deactivates the superoxide dismutase. It's like buying a car without an engine. You can buy the spirulina, but you're not going to get the active superoxide dismutase that you find in ours.
And where is your algae grown?
It's grown in Taiwan, which is gold standard for growing both algae, spirulina and chlorella. And the reason why is that a couple of things. Growing algae is not like growing broccoli. It's more like making wine. And so it's affected by the angle of the sun. And so Taiwan just happens to be at the place where it seems to grow the strongest, highest concentrated nutritionally algae. Number two, just like making wine, the production process of making algae is critical. So what makes us special is we grow it in triple filtered spring mountain water, so there are no toxins, number one, and then we do not use high heat, so that our algae is a raw food. So the superoxygenase, the blue phycocyanin, which kills cancer cells, by the way, are all active and ready to go to work for you.
One of the most frequent questions I've had since your previous interviews with us is, why don't you use algae that's grown in the United States?
Well, I plan to. In fact, I drew a line from Taiwan across the globe because I wanted the same kind of climatic condition. It has to be very tropical, and boom, I got to Florida. So my plan is to grow algae in Florida. And I'm also exploring, so the traditional way is what's called in ponds. They're outdoor hydroponic ponds. But there are new techniques I'm also exploring. We might do both, where they use glass tubes and use LED lights to grow it. And there's a company in Spain we're talking to, one in Austria, there's one in Iceland. And in Iceland, they have a plant where they're growing spirulina 5 floors underground. They're growing it for the omega-3. This is ultimately the solution for feeding the world, because you can't be restricted by climatic conditions. So my hope is in the next 2 years we're going to have an algae farm in Florida with the traditional way is also, and I'm going to partner with one of these bigger companies. They're beautiful. The bioreactors is what they're called.
And you probably just answered my final question, which was going to be, what is your personal longevity aspiration for the new year?
Well, the 3 things that keep me as fresh and alive mentally and physically are my algae. I've been taking them both, spirulina and chlorella, for 15 years, so that's never going to stop. Sleep is my number 2. Please, everybody, get yourself some more sleep. It is free, and it is so restorative, and movement, because you need to be sure your mitochondria are being stressed by muscular strain, and so those are the 3 things that will keep me active and alive, and my longevity cures, and I encourage everybody else to do the same.
Well, Catharine Arnston, great to meet you in person.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
And come and visit us at ENERGYBits.com. Yeah, you got it.
You take care. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
This podcast is for informational, educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not offer medical advice. If you have health concerns of any kind, or you are considering adopting a new diet or exercise regime, you should first consult your doctor.